strange note, welcome back to the Doom 3 commentary with me, Skully the Metalhead. Oh, goddamn fucking cough. But yes, we are back. I have had a delicious meal, took a bit of a break, drank some water, which didn't really seem to help since it made me cough directly afterwards, and we are now finishing off the Sector 2 of the Delta Labs. We got a lot to... excuse me. We have a lot to look forward to on this part, also a fair bit of story in between now and then. However, there are big stretches of, well, gameplay, so I can talk over that. Got plenty of topics to talk about, and by that I mean 3, but I'm sure I can pad the rest out with some random rambling, like I'm doing now. Yeah, so let's get ready to shoot some demons and talk about life. In terms of what I'm hoping to achieve for this little marathon of commentating, I'm hoping to be able to at least finish off the Delta Labs. Oh, fuck me, it's lagging again, because the video editor is shit. Actually, no, it's not shit, it's actually pretty good, and things are somewhat settling down now. But anyway, we've got a bit of game audio coming up, so I'll let you listen to that, so enjoy.
Dated November 2nd, 2145. Patient 0432, a Private Steve Jensen, UAC. Armor Corps Division, expired yesterday. 43. Private Jensen was suffering from paranoid delusions and full-blown dementia. Unsuccessful. Initial psychiatric interviews suggested only mild psychosis with speech, motor activity and thought processes within normal range. Paranoia being the only psychotic element directly evident. Reference interview G8A. Private Steve Jensen, October 18th, 2145.
UAC psychologist Dr. Hooper interviewing Steve Jensen, male, age 27. Steve, can you talk to me about the last few weeks, please?
I don't want to talk.
Well, I'm here to help you, Steve.
I've tried talking. They think I'm crazy. You think I'm crazy.
They, your colleagues, aren't doctors. Let me help you.
Help! Nothing can help us!
Prior sessions over a period of 72 hours reveal rapid deterioration of both physical and mental capacity, with behavior inconsistent with any known patterns. The patient was responsive for brief periods and had to be restrained during interviews. Reference interview H-3-2, Private Steve Jensen, October 21st, 2145.
Tell me what you see, Steve.
I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to feel it. They'll be here soon, and then you'll see it.
Can you talk about what you see? Steve? Patient unresponsive. Terminating interview.
We have exhausted all known forms of drug treatment in hopes of finding a way to abate this strange outbreak of dementia, and I have yet to receive any additional data from the psychiatrists back on Earth. Options are quickly dwindling.
You know, there really is something to be said. I mean, clearly we obviously know that the guy's seen demons, for real since he mentioned them, but I don't know, I really do like the little bit of the humanizing aspect of how they, relate it to dementia and all that. And, granted, I'm no medical professional, so I can't really say if this matches the symptoms of dementia, but I don't know, I just really like the bit of the authenticity there. Assuming, of course, that Doom 3 has its science is correct, because it could be complete fucking bullshit, but hey, I don't really seem to mind because, I'm not a medical professional. And as such, I don't feel the need to bring real science into science fiction. Which a lot of people seem to complain about, but ignorance is bliss, I guess. Oh god, and here we are, into the bloody puzzle room. After defeating a few enemies, of course, but yeah, this puzzle actually gave me a lot of trouble the first time doing it. Oh, excuse me. Ah, damn. Christ, I wish this cold would just go away. But, yeah. This puzzle basically requires the use of the graphic user interface, as you can see with that little control panel. And, yeah, it is actually entirely possible for you to die during it because you can get crushed. I only know this because I was dumb enough to get crushed, but then again, I didn't exactly know what the hell I was supposed to be doing, and honestly, I'd say to some small degree it requires a little bit of platforming, which, yeah, in a first-person game isn't really... Well, I'd say a first-person game in a pre-Mirror's Edge world, Actually, I don't even know how responsive Mirror's Edge's platforming is, because that just seems completely fucking out of whack. Like, I mean, the only other platformer game I know that could... Well, Mirror's Edge is more parkour, but the only other first-person platformer, and even then that was optional, was Ratchet & Clank 2 and 3, but even then, I don't think people play that in first person. And if you do, well, you're a freak and should see a doctor. Maybe Dr. Peter Riley, who tackled with Steve Jensen, who was suffering from demons. More like demon encha. No, fuck it. But anyway, what you're supposed to do with this puzzle is that you grab one of the boxes, you're supposed to kind of pivot yourself like right here, return it to its initial slot, and what it's going to do is that it's going to lift you up and then bring you a little bit closer to the platform edge over there where you see the vent. No, not that vent, the one on the other side. Yeah, actually, I remember on my first time through, I honestly used to just go from the other side and then just jump it. Or alternatively, you can create like a little platform section using the other crates and create a little staircase for Doomguy to ascend, but for whatever reason, I was just never entirely sure how to do it, so I guess either way works. Well, I suppose that's just a... Oh my god, yes! Yes, do you see that? She's beautiful. Oh, yes! It has to be the big friendly giant, alternatively known as... It's so good. And what's gonna happen here is basically editing chaos control, because this is just doing nothing more than looking for the, well, codes. So yeah, chaos control, initiate. And we are in. Let's take a look at that baby again. Oh yes. I should name you Samantha. Come to me, baby. I need you. Oh, look at that beautiful girl. Yes. It's amazing. But not now. I must savor her for when I need her most. Yeah, that is the BFG, man. The most badass weapon I have ever seen. It's incredible. What the hell is this? Yeah, I never noticed that before. Excuse me for a brief second. And I am back. I am sorry about that little disturbance, but things have been all sorted. Excuse me. But yeah, the BFG is, again, it's a very powerful weapon, which I don't think I'll be showing off in this part. But let me tell you, it is a weapon of mass destruction, and it's more than certainly earned its reputation. Of course, now we just simply have to vent the gas. I've completely forgot what I was going to say. I think it was too busy trying to edit in that chaos control to notice. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze for a second. Man, my mind is completely messed up. This isn't turning out well at all. Usually I just stutter for a brief second, but man, I'm getting affected all over the shop. Now, to bring out the tangents. Which I don't think there's any plot, significantly for the next... Yeah, I can probably talk about something for a bit. My first tangent of the day. Good. Our first catch of the day. No, it isn't that Star Wars reference, but it's instead, something I've been watching recently. For those of you who are familiar with the Hellfire Comes with the Nintendo Tom 64, I was recently watching one of their current playthroughs of Ratchet & Clank 3 with the Gaming Brit, and one thing the Gaming Brit actually brought up in one of the parts was something that sparked a memory in me, actually, with how, in a pre-2010s internet where, we always used to find out about E3 online and all that kind of shit, he mentioned about, being surprised when there was a sequel to a new game announced, in a gaming magazine or something. Which, actually kind of brought me back to a time in like the early to mid 2000s, like when you used to see all kinds of games and advertisements put in. And what I'm actually looking at right now, which is literally right next to me, was an EB Games magazine, which actually, you know, showcases Destroy All Humans. Well, this is okay. The thing was published before the game came out, and you know, honestly, I think there's kind of some truth to that. Like, I mean, when I'm looking into a magazine or something or other of the like, you know, to me, there's something about it that just seems a little bit more inviting than if you were just watching like a gameplay trailer or something at E3, which, I don't know, like, I mean, maybe I'm just waxing nostalgia over something like this and something so pointless, I might add, but I don't know, there's just something that makes it seem as if there's like a lot more games out there and everything seems a little bit cooler. I don't know, I mean, I guess the lack of information also allows you to get in tune with it or something, or just makes you go, wow, this game looks pretty awesome, I'm gonna go check it out. I don't know, it's just, like, I mean, all it really has on there, or at least the magazine that I'm looking at right now, is just the platforms excuse me, it's just the platforms it's on, it's just the, you know, what's been announced. It's just bare bones information, like, not even any reviews or anything, and it's, you know, it's obviously advertising the game, but I don't know, it's a little cool, something pretty cool that I honestly feel is kind of missing in this day and age where we have, you know, pre-release shows and all that, which, you know, granted, I'm not exactly saying that, oh, this is bad, we have to go back to the old ways, but I don't know, an interesting point to talk about nonetheless. However, to return the attention to Doom 3, this is pretty much the holding cells that Dr. Raleigh was talking about. Yeah, this is pretty much where they were holding all the people with dementia. More like dementia, am I right? But thank you, I'm here all week. Try the veal. However, we have an audio log coming up next, so I'm afraid I'll have to shut up and save my tangents for after the fact. Enjoy the audio, dudes and dudettes.
Audio log for Phil Wilson, medical technician, Delta Labs, October 20th, 2145. Today, I witnessed the third test of the teleporter in the 3 weeks that I've been here. Volunteers are becoming harder and harder to come by, and it isn't difficult to see why. They all come back screaming like loons about demons, pools of blood. It's real fire and brimstone stuff. At first, I wasn't paying much attention, just doing my job, but the last was Robert Clayton. Now, I met him my first day here. This guy chews up rocks and spits out gravel, as tough as they come. Having to sedate him and drag his drooling body to the isolation room, it's really freaked me out. I'm gonna put in for a transfer as soon as I'm able.
As requested, the following is my initial feedback on my first trip through the portal. Private First Class Frank Cinders, dated October 15th, 2145. I don't know exactly where to begin. Obviously, I survived the first trip and feel no worse for the wear. I'm not feeling any of the symptoms reported by the others who have gone in before me, but I'm at a point where I'm still trying to process everything. Thankfully, the place looks deserted and devoid of any life, but the flames and heat and stench of the place, it smells of death, decay, and burnt flesh. Tomorrow we're going back in with some of the eggheads, science division, to start securing forward positions, and we expect to start sending out the mapping droids at the same time. I feel I must admit on a personal note that I've got a really, really bad feeling about this. I don't understand what we're doing there or what we hope to prove. PFC Cinders, signing off.
Well, it seems this strange dimension is seeming a little bit fire and brimstone. But yeah, I think you all know what that's alluding to, but we'll get to that little dimension when we get to it. Of course, that did shed a little bit more light about how people feel about, well, this strange dimension. Of course, we come one step closer to our goal, and I believe it's either in this room or the next one. But anyway, it's time for my next topic of the day. And, this is something that I probably should have mentioned, like, way before, like, way back in one of the single-digit parts, actually. Unless, of course, we are at the specific scene, which we get the plot MacGuffin, but I don't think we're there yet, so yeah. Right back in the "they took my baby" moment. The one that I love so much, and I think is the best moment in the game. Yeah, and I can't remember where I heard this. I think it might have been on a message board for Doom 3, the BFG edition specifically, but yeah, apparently a lot of people thought that that was a reference to the video game Fear with Alma Wade. I'm not entirely sure if it is. I've been really wanting to play Fear, actually. I don't know, it seems like a pretty good game series, but I don't know. So if it is a reference, then I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure Doom 3 predates Fear by, I don't know, at least a year? So I don't exactly think it could be referencing, like, Point Man or Fettle or anything, so yeah, I have no idea, but I just heard people talking about it, so if it is, then cool, but I have no idea if it is or not, but yeah. I don't know, it's something anyway. Which is another thing I should ask, like, I mean, is Fear actually any good for people who are gonna bother to comment in the comments section, which I know people don't, but, you know, just something I could probably ask people who have played Fear before, and if it's a good game series to get into. But in any case, I'll save all my fearful things for when I get to it, and we have found the plasma inducer. I think it's what it was called, I can't quite remember what the scientist called it. But yeah, this is our plot item which we need to start the teleporters, and it seems to be generating power for the area. Surely nothing bad will happen if we just take it. No, that doesn't sound good. Well, yep, not good at all. Oh well, we've still got, I think we have another 10, actually no, it's a little less than that, but we've got another 10 minutes to spend. Excuse me. So, we have to get another tangent going, because I don't think there will be any, actually no, there is a little bit more plot coming in pretty soon. I believe so anyway. Ooh, Jesus. Yeah, they fall over like dominoes. Not like the pizza. Fuck, I could actually go for a Domino's pizza. Oh, you silly sausage, you commandos, you cannot possibly attack me. Jesus, that was pretty fucking close. Oh yeah, there's an extra long cutscene coming up soon. But since we are out of the... Actually no, I think that might be a log entry. Oh no, wait, no, I know what's coming next. Yeah, we're pretty much done here. Since we have explored both areas, I thought that this place was longer than I thought. Anyway, here's a long cutscene, which will then be interrupted by another cutscene, so yeah, here we go.
Excellent. Now we'll get the teleporter working again. And you don't have much time. You're going to need to teleport across the containment chamber. It's the only way through this part of the complex. Head into the chamber and initiate the sequence on the machine. I'll take care of the rest. I'm not going with you. Good luck. But before you go, I want you to take something. It's a journal I made about the experiments. Those things. It's all there. It'll explain everything. Give it to someone so this never happens again. Get out to the teleporter pad. I'm ready here.
Okay, thank you, my man. We will listen to that journal momentarily. But yeah, we are reaching the end of the part. I'm a bit surprised by that, actually. Then again, maybe it's because I cut the parts in two, so... Yeah, shorter parts. Hopefully it won't kill my PC for doing this.
Have a nice day.
Thank you, my dear. I most certainly will. Teleporting into dangerous places? Yeah, tons of fun. Anyway, we got another upcoming audio log, so have a listen and, I don't know, drink Pepsi.
My name is Ian McCormick, and I'm a research specialist stationed on Mars, working for the UAC. My primary job is, or rather was, to assist Dr. Malcolm Betruger in a variety of experiments, though for the past year we've been focusing almost exclusively on teleportation. I don't know if I'll make it out of here alive, so I'm recording this video log to let someone know what happened, and with that knowledge, prevent it from happening again. Initially, the teleportation experiments were amazing. We were creating a new science, and the prospects of it changing our way of life were, well, they were outstanding. I was proud to be associated with such an amazing project and someone as talented as Dr. Betruger. We noticed early on well, probably before we had completed maybe a dozen successful tests, that there was a variable delay during the teleportation. The objects are broken down at the quantum level, transported, and then reassembled. Each stage of the process should have been instantaneous, but it wasn't, and we didn't know why. We sent a video drone through and were shocked at the images it sent back. Just a few frames of video right before the drone came back through showed what appeared to be several sets of eyes looking directly at the probe. We had just found a living, breathing creature that was not human. But Truger immediately sent out a request for volunteers. He specifically wanted UAC security force members because he wanted to capture one of these creatures. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I am most ashamed of my involvement during the next phase. To get medical clearance to send human subjects through the device, I doctored up several of our reports to indicate that we had performed living tissue experiments. I did not regret it at the time, but a few days later, when our third test subject came back, he was chewing off his own fingers. It seemed he was clinically insane. We started sending teams in, about once every 2 days. The teams were reporting nightmarish experiences and sightings of things that ultimately made us conclude that the other dimension was not just another dimension. It was hell, and the creatures we were bringing back, demons. And then Betruger, he went through the portal himself. I don't know what he was thinking. It was an unscheduled trip, and he just went, and we couldn't stop him. And when he came back, he had changed. He sounded and looked the same, but he just... I don't know, he was just different. And then he did the unthinkable. He took the Soul Cube, the device that was discovered in the ruins, into the portal. The portal stabilizers just started to fail, and then living hell erupted into the base. Oh, we were stupid for not destroying the portals as soon as we realized what was on the other side. Oh God, forgive me. I blame myself for my part in this. Please, someone, never let this happen again. I'm sorry, Ian McCormick.
So, that was quite a plot exposition. Now, of course, while you all just stomach all that, because honestly, that was quite a massive fucking revelation right there. It really just... wow. On that note, I'm Skully, keeping new metal, and next time on the Doom 3 commentary, we'll, well, give my thoughts on it. See you next time.
Systems activated. Teleportation will commence in T-minus